greetings from Vermont, and you know, I just want to
Louder.
say this.
Louder!
People think that we passed a single-payer bill in Vermont, and what we passed is a bill that intends to become a single-payer bill. So we have a lot of work to do.
Make yourself heard.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I was asked to just give you some suggestions for how you can move in the direction that we're moving in, and you people, in some respects, are way ahead of us in Massachusetts, but we're all working for the same goals. And clearly, if we all push for a single-payer bill, we'll all be making a lot of progress. Even if we don't exactly get to where we want to be, we're still working there. What have we done in Vermont that helped us get there? As in Massachusetts, over 20 years of grassroots health organizing. And we had a slow evolution of the formation of coalitions. Coalitions are the key to progress, the key to political progress. And remember that ideological purity doesn't always help. You know, we have to be a little bit impure to make progress. And there are goals we can all agree on, the affordability and access of health care. And the fact that we create a system that lets people live instead of die. We can all agree on that. And there is, and one of the very important political issues that we must keep in mind is whenever we deal in public forums such as this or with the media, we have to remind the politicians how many voters we represent. Because in Vermont, that has made a big difference. The big coalition that I have been a part of represents a third of the state's voters, 200,000 people. Whenever you speak in Massachusetts, you have to remind the politicians that you hold their future in your hands.
Yeah.
And I think this is a lesson for the Occupy movements all over the world, all over the country, all over the state, is that they need to let the politicians know how many of them vote. And that they're going to influence their fate. And they may be jobless soon. You need to show that power. And we need to keep using the tactics we've been using, and of course use the social media tactics. Every time people talk about reform, especially in Massachusetts, you need to haul out at least one fact about single payer, the economics. The economic argument is the key to this ballgame politically. That's where you're going to win. These people are only going to listen to money. Only going to listen to money and numbers. And the case is there. We don't have to create the case. It already exists. We just have to remind them because they have such a short attention span. We did have something unique in Vermont that may not exist here and maybe someday, but we had a governor who actually used single payer as a plank for his platform to get elected. And we have a legislature, both chambers, that are on board with single payer. However, just so you know, our governor did not embrace all the principles of single payer. He simply said, and continues to say, and continues to make sure his people say, we're coming at this purely from an economic point of view, and we're going to help businesses. There's nothing wrong with that argument. We can talk about the other stuff later. But it's the economic, and if I leave you with no other message, it's that the economic argument needs to be strong, forceful, and repeated. Because we're dealing with people with short attention spans.
Thank you very much. And now to one of our last invited speakers, Ben from SEIU 6.